Hi guys. So the wind's pretty much died down now, so I guess I'll try and make this video. How I got the wiring fixed in the truck. It's not done totally, but I got the body put back together because it was in a million pieces. And then I went to try and get the lights all working because I need a VIN inspection, so I wanted to get everything working. First thing I noticed was the headlight switch, you couldn't pull it out. And when you finally did get it out, you couldn't get it to go back in, so I knew I needed a headlight switch. And I bought a new knob for, I think I got the headlight switch and the knob from LMC, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to save the knob getting it apart from the old switch, so I just went and got new. I pulled the dash out, cleaned up the gauges, and replaced all the bulbs that were burned out. Put a new seal around here, repainted this, got a screw kit. Got it looking pretty good. When I went to pull the headlight switch out, the fuse box on a 64 is the connector for the headlight switch. And I noticed that there was a fried wire coming from somewhere into the fuse block. So I tried to fix the fuse block, but it had gotten so hot, it had melted the plastic, and where the wire is riveted to where the fuse snaps in was all loose. So I ended up bypassing that circuit and putting in, I don't know if you can even see, a spade type fuse, just to bypass that one fuse circuit. Oop, sorry. And that was taillights. Apparently there was a short in the taillight circuit that fried the wire all the way from what was left of the wire harnesses through the connector under the hood and into the fuse box and ruined the fuse holder for taillights. So I bypassed it. And once I got that working, my parking light dash lights started working. For some reason, my turn signal started working when I got that fuse fixed. And what else? I think that's it. I had pretty much everything working, except for turn signals. The brake lights ended up being the pressure switch on the master cylinder. And then I rigged up a horn button on the side so I could pass inspection, because I'm not even sure where to begin with that. Someday I'll figure it out. I still got to, it's kind of hard to see with the sun, but I still got to attach these wiring, do a little bit more work on here, but I got everything working. And that was a temporary something for something, but so I gotta fix that yet. So anyways, that fuse holder is how I got half the lights working, because there's only 6 fuses in that fuse block. There's not much. And when I got that fuse working, a lot of stuff came back to life. But the windshield wipers I got working, the blower motor I got working. So I got the headlights working, parking lights working. I ran the jumper wire on the headlights switch. There's a little jumper wire, because these things, when you turn it on parking lights, the parking lights work, and when you pull the headlights all the way out, the parking lights shut off, and that's from the factory. So you can run a jumper wire And there's a lot of places that have a diagram, which wire you jump to the other one, and then your parking lights work with your headlights. It's like a pre-70s thing. Might be even 1970 and older. Parking lights only work in parking light mode, and then when you turn the headlight switch on, the parking lights go out and the headlights come on. And you can run a little jumper wire and you got your parking lights. So I ran the jumper wire and I fixed the fuse holder with that spade fuse. And then I had no wiring really going to the back. So, and that one wire that fried, which was taillights, ruined. There's supposed to be a connector in here for your rear lights, and it ruined that connector. And like I said, it ruined the fuse holder. I don't know why it didn't blow the fuse. Not sure what they had going on. I think this I'm going to attach to this elbow that used to be the brake line holder. I'll turn this. I don't know. I'll figure out something to attach that to get that out of the way. But as far as the rear lights, I was in getting light bulbs for the dash at the auto parts store, and they had trailer wiring. They had 16-18 gauge, which is the heavy trailer wiring, or 18-20 gauge, which is light trailer wiring. So I bought a roll of 16-18 gauge. The thing with trailer wiring is it's all coded, color coded for what you need. The brown's tail lights, and your yellow and green are your left and your right turn brake lights. Now if you have a newer truck and you have reverse lights, then I would run the white wire as your reverse lights. I don't have reverse lights, so I put a ground under the dash and use the white wire as my ground wire to the back. So I got me a roll of wire. Then I was at Walmart and I needed some sheathing. I wanted some sheathing to run them wires through, and they had 3/8 sheeting, I believe, in 8-foot rolls. And I mean, you can get that stuff, you can get it slotted, you can get it by the foot. So I was just at Walmart and that's what they had. So, and right there's one of the seams. So I just fed the trailer wiring through the sheathing, which 8 foot is about as much as you want to try and push wiring through. So that worked out. And I just taped the seams up as I went, kept pushing it through and feeding it all the way to the back. And like I said, if you had reverse lights, you could run white wire as reverse lights and then just make a ground on your frame back here like a normal vehicle. But since I don't have reverse lights, I just ran the white wire as the ground all the way from inside, and I never have to worry about it. And then I came through with the sheathing, and then I ran across, split everything up. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. One side to the other. It's all sheathed so the wind's not gonna blow it around and break it. Oh. And then used a little bit of sheathing from something from work, and I got the wire for the license plate. This is tied into the taillight wiring. I don't believe this bulb assembly is any good anymore, so I got to put a new one of those on. But you can do that trailer wiring trick for everything from the 90s to the beginning of time, because you need 3 wires coming back. Unless you have backup lights, then you need 4, and a flat 4, perfect. You got the colors you need. You just got to figure out where to hook them up in the front, because 90% of the time when you get an old truck, 50s, 60s, 70s, now probably even 80s and 90s, these back wires are toast. And even if you try and clean them up, they're all green, because people have tried to hook trailer wiring and everything else into them over the years, and the wind beating on them. So that's how I did mine. Like I said, that connector that was up here was toast. So I just went inside the truck, found all my wires, ran wiring out. I got to do something with all this, and then just hooked up to the trailer wiring and ran it back with that sheathing on it. I changed this from a single to a dual, so I'll probably end up, these are my 2 brake light wires, running these inside and making some brackets and putting a brake light switch on the pedal. It's either that or put a T in the line and putting the switch back in. I'll see how hard it is to find electric brake switch for the pedal, because that'd be more reliable. I'm pretty sure it took me 3 switches to get them freaking brake lights to work on the old system. Them switches sit around on the shelf for so long, I think the diaphragms go out. I might have to paint my master too, because she's starting to rust. She was looking pretty when I put her in. Anyways, what else did I do? Well, I got some of this stuff retaped. This is Christmas tree zip tie. This one is what I had in my toolbox, and it's a little small. If I could find a pack that is bigger, then I'm gonna freaking just go and wherever these holes are for the original holders, I'll put those Christmas tree zip ties on. I had to redo the wiring down to the generator, and like I said, I'll find all the original holes and get some Christmas tree zip ties and get this stuff all back where it's supposed to be. And I gotta get that starter cable away from the exhaust too. That needs a little bit longer cable. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys.